is up, YouTube? Zion from Void, and I am here to give you guys an archer build class for Skyrim. Now, before I start this, I just want to say these is just blueprints. Skyrim is a game, obviously a free-roam game, where you can customize and do whatever you want in the game. Now, I'm just giving you guys the basic tools and setup to kind of feel like what you should do and maybe give you a hint on what kind of stuff that you can do. Now, the starting race that I picked was a wood elf, mainly because they start with a bonus, 10-point skill bonus in archery. Now, this is your best bet, but you can choose any class like I said. Now, the main skills you want to focus on, there will be two more later, but they're not as important as these three. Is archery and sneak and alchemy. Now, obviously, archery is going to be our number one. That's why it's first. Sneak's going to be our number two because it's the second most important, and alchemy is going to be our number three. Now let's focus on alchemy for right now. Alchemy is really important because you can put poison-tipped arrows. Not really poison-tipped, but you can poison your arrows. Make really strong poisons, weak poisons, all kind of poisons. You could craft health potions and all that kind of stuff to help you. You'll see later why in the next slide. Now, shout unrelenting force for me because I like to beat the crap out of the people, and as soon as they get too close for me, comfort, I blast them as far as where they started from. You just keep arrowing them, and by the time they get back to me, I'll already have my shout recharged and blast them again. Now, you can use any shout you want, but this is your best bet besides whirlwind sprint. Reason being is whirlwind sprint, yes, you can zoom out of places, but it's recharge time. And the fact that they're just going to follow you doesn't really give you any kind of defense. Well, unrelenting force knocks them really far back and puts them on the floor, so they have to get back up, which gives you the upper hand. You can shoot them before they get back up, shoot them while they're getting up, and then shoot them while they're running back. And by the time they get to you, you can do it all over again, if you're lucky. Now, let's go to your leveling. Now, when you level, you're faced with three options. You're faced with magic, stamina, and health. Now, you want to do is go into stamina about 250. Now, this is arguable. You can go 300, you can go 200, but your safe bet is 250, directly in the middle. Reason being, you can carry more stuff, you can run for farther distances, which you're an archer, so you don't have much of a defense. So as soon as they get too close, or as soon as you can't do anything about it, what you want to do is back up. And one of the perks that you have for this requires you to have a high stamina because it takes away from your stamina. Second thing I want to show you guys, or tell you guys, is focus on enchanting and smithing after you get your three other skills done. Reason being is enchanting really does upgrade your arrows, as well as poisoning them, like I said, with alchemy. Enchanting lets you put fire damage, ice damage, a whole bunch of extra stuff on them that boosts your stuff up, as well as upgrading your armor. Now, as far as armor goes, what you want to do is light armor. So go on the left side of the smithing tree if you're going to go for smithing. But you can really just, the higher level you get, you can find these armors. So you don't really need smithing. But smithing is a good benefit to have because you can get Daedric and Dragon armor. And smithing is the only way to find these unless you have the Dawnguard or Dragonborn DLC. But one of those two. And they're really great bows in if you use smithing. But you can also find great bows just as good after you upgrade them once you get into the higher levels. Basically, smithing's only good for upgrading your armor and upgrading your weapons at a weapons table and the spinning thing that whatever sharpens your swords or whatever. But I mean, that's your main focus. These are your main focuses when leveling. And again, after you do that, put everything into health. Now let's go to the archery skill tree. What you want to do is focus on overdraw. It gives you extra damage, 20% every single time, which leaves you 5 times 20, that's almost 100 extra damage. Now, critical shot is really important too. But you could also go for Eagle Eye, going down through the middle, and this is Steady Hand. Now, the reason I was talking about the stamina, putting it on the stamina, is because Steady Hand, yes, it does slow down time, but when you hold down your bow using Eagle Eye and Steady Hand, it takes away stamina. That's why you need a really high stamina. So I recommend 300, 250. Now, Power Shot is obviously important, staggers your enemy. And with Steady Hand, you can pause time with Steady Hand, go into your inventory and all that, use some heal potions, then go out, and as soon as you go back into it, you'll stagger your opponent, giving you more time to reload. Quick Shot, obviously, it's right there, it tells you why it's important. Again, critical shot is really good. Now, Obviously, all level 100 required skills are good, reason being because they are level 100. It's the farthest you can get. Now, once you get to level 100, I would recommend doing Legendary mode. Now, Ranger is good. I mean, it gives you that extra movement with the bow. Hunter Discipline's really cool if you have some really good arrows, but if you don't have good arrows, there's no point. Like, iron arrows you can find anywhere. So until you get into the higher ones, like Nordic and all that kind of stuff, stick to the other ones. Now, on the sneak skill, stealth is really important because it gives you 2 times the damage with your bow. So if you're doing 32 damage, you'll get 64 out of it. But deadly aim does 3 times, which gives you about 90, 98, 96 damage with a 32-point bow, which is amazing damage, and it could really twist the tables, turn the tables in your favor. Now, also, what you could do besides deadly aim, well, you want to do deadly aim, so do that anyway. Go over to muffled movement. Come on. Go. Okay. Above muffled movement, about 2 or 1 is, what am I saying? 3 is silence. Now, silence, instead of crouching, you can now walk and run and not be detected. So you could walk past enemy catacombs and not be detected, which is pretty cool. Now, Shadow Walker Warrior, again, level 100 requirement, is obviously going to be the best one, and you could basically pause the combat and escape. Now, that's it for today, guys. I really hope you guys liked the video. This is my first one, so obviously it has a little bit of problems, and I'm looking to you guys to tell me what I did wrong or did right. I love constructive criticism, and I love being applauded. Yes, applauded on my videos. Now, I hope you guys really did enjoy and benefit from this. If you didn't, please leave me constructive criticism. Don't criticize me, just constructive criticize me, because it really does help out. You can ask any YouTuber, it really does help. Now, I thank you guys for watching. I really do you benefited and enjoyed the video. Request what you want to do next. I'll be doing Mage and Warrior next, so stay tuned for those ones. Hope you guys had a nice day. Like, subscribe, and share. Again, this is Zion from Void, and I'm out, ladies and gents.